last time we talked, you said this might be one of the deepest defensive line groups that you've had since you've been here. I guess you guys showed that on Saturday.
Yeah, that was awesome. I was happy that a lot of my young guys were able to get in.
What does that do for you guys as a defense when you're able to just send waves of linemen over and over again? What does it do for you and just the defensive line in general?
It keeps everybody fresh. It keeps everybody on that quick step. No one's really excessively tired, you know what I mean? So that really helps everything on every single aspect. So quick to reaction, quick steps, everything. Helps a lot.
How did those young guys fare out when you guys watched film?
I think they fared out pretty well, to be honest. Like, there was a couple of bumps here and there from everybody, but in terms of an overall perspective, I think they operated pretty solid.
It's impressive for the first time, and I mean, some of those guys was the first time in a game.
Yeah, playing ever, yeah. It was.
Cool to see Giorgio out there playing, contributing after, I think you guys were in the same class. To get a whole lot of contribution in his first 4 years, to see him out there, what was that like?
It was awesome, to be honest, because not only did we come together, roommates together freshman year, so me and him linked up pretty quick, and I'm so happy to see him really focused and really contributing to this new team. So it's really exciting.
He talked a little bit yesterday about how much effort he put in this offseason, kind of realizing this is his last year. You being a fifth-year guy, how is it you've seen guys come and go, and how easy is it for a guy like that to maybe just could have quit, just could have let this last year go, to see him make a contribution? You know, what does that say about him?
It says that he actually, not only did he realize, because a lot of players realize that this is their last year, but not a lot of players really take action to it. So it shows that not only did he realize, he was able to really sum up enough courage and guts to be like, okay, well, I'm a fifth-year senior. I know I might be low in the depth chart, but I'm going to work my ass off to try to really contribute, regardless if I'm going to kind of be seen as not necessarily a vital player right now. I'm going to just do whatever it takes to try to get there. So it shows a lot, to be honest.
When he's in there and doing his thing, I mean, how difficult of a matchup is he as an interior pass rusher? The size, the speed, all that stuff. I've told him this so many times. Just his sheer size and his arm length and everything like that. Him inside, him able to use his hands and stuff like that. It's gonna be. He should really have a good year, to be honest. Should have a great year.
Do you get a sense that the defense and the offense, you know, kind of have a little more spunk to them, and now that you have a game under your belt, you kind of see what things kind of look like as a team and as your units individually during the game?
Yeah. Being able to get that first game under our belt, the first game jitters, the first players, the freshmen that are just now playing and all that stuff, being able to get that behind us is huge for everybody's psyche, and just being able to really just like concentrate on the next game now, not having to worry about the season opener. How am I going to play? How am I to do this? Like we played, and you look at the film, you see what you did wrong, and now let's move on to actual season.
Jimbo talked about how difficult it is to go against that kind of offense, like I said, had spread, up tempo. How tough is it to kind of stay in your lane, to be disciplined? Seems like you guys did that well. How difficult can it be to do that though?
It could be very difficult, just especially as an interior rusher. Like, I really like to be able to pass rush and get on the edges and stuff like that, and trying to contain a quarterback and not being able to, and being disciplined enough not to get on the edge and not to do this, because the minute he sees a crease, he's running. So it's very difficult to try to stay as disciplined as you possibly can be in order for our defensive ends to try to get through. So just in case he comes up, we're there ready to make the tackle.
Is USF gonna? I know they do a little bit of spread stuff. Is it going to be kind of similar?
It's going to be I think it's going to be very similar in terms of personnel. They have a mobile quarterback. The offense that they run is pretty similar. So I think it's going to be pretty similar. Just obviously be a different team.
I know the stock answer is it's not supposed to matter, but do you like early games or do you like night games? 'Cause this one's as early as you've ever probably played in your life. Or
yeah, this is probably
anyway.
Since soccer when I was in 8 years old. But yeah, this is pretty. I think personally for me, I like early games. I like being able to wake up and get it done. Let's go, let's get it. Instead of thinking about all these different things, all these different scenarios, just go out here and play. I already know what I have to do. I've practiced for it all week. Let me just do what I have to do. So I personally like early games, but a lot of my teammates, it kind of varies to person to person.
How much has it been good preparation now? Because Coach said during the preseason you scrimmaged at 11:30, you had the early meals, kind of looking ahead at this week.
Yeah. In retrospect, he did really prepare us well in terms of getting us ready for an early game. All our scrimmages were 11:30, pretty early and stuff like that. We had to be really ready and juiced up pretty early. So I think we should do pretty well in terms of that whole transition, practicing and playing early.
Jimbo also said yesterday that he thought the defense has a chip on its shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel that way?
Absolutely, absolutely. We practice with a chip on our shoulder. Our coaches walk around with a chip on our shoulder, so do we. So I think it's definitely, and I think we showed it on Saturday.
Is that a result of not feeling like you guys played as well as you could have last year, or where's that come from?
I think it just like I think Jimbo says, it's a brand new team, so we've tried to really create our own identity. So that's just the persona of this new defense we have.
You see Jalen on that first drive pick up a guy and kind of body slam him. How much does that rub off on the rest of the defense?
It goes from that corner all the way through the defense to the other side. Like watching that and trying to, and I think especially Jalen as a leader, when stuff like that happens, everyone else tries to mimic that action. So when he picks up somebody and stuff like that, and everybody gets all hyped up, I think everybody tries to do something like that. And once that happens, everybody's trying to make a play. And if everybody's trying to make a play, we're gonna win a championship.